This is your boy Bry. I'm over here at the house, and I had a few projects I had to handle because I got to go back out of town tomorrow. But let me give you an update on the greenhouse. How about that? Take a look. So here's the greenhouse, right? This is 4 years deep, and had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, that ain't gonna last. You know, that ain't gonna last. That's just regular wood. You just painted it, and it's not gonna last." Well, it really has lasted. Let's do a walk around. As you can see, my daughter's getting ready to plant some stuff here. And if you notice, the greenhouse is empty. She had me pull it out. She pulled all her pots out of there. But look along the back. You see how this drip rail goes past the wood? That's real solid, you know. But those SunTough panels are no joke. They really work good. And as you can see, we don't have any rot or nothing like that. But what I wanted to show you was, I turn around and, as you can see, I painted the floor again. And it wasn't because the floor was rotted out. It's just to make it, to reseal it, you know. But there's the planks, people. They're 4 years old. And, you know, my daughter, she wanted me to paint this up for her again. She was going to do it, but she's got a lot going on right now. So, that's the situation. We got another 2 coats on it. And as you can see, it's 80 degrees in there. And it's 5:30 at night. It's really nice in here. These SunTough panels extract every bit of sunlight out of the day. But we'll go ahead and let that dry. And then, I mean, it's dry, but I want it to dry overnight. And she'll go ahead and put her table back in here and her pots and all that. And she'll get her going. As you can see, she's got the hanging rack right there. And that's for doing like your flowering plants and stuff like that. As you can hear the birds in the background. But here's what I really wanted to show you, people. I only had one problem with this greenhouse. One problem and one problem only. But let's take a look at this. This is a little latch I forged. And look at that. That's not painted. That is not painted. What that is that is a wax on there. That's just it's a excuse me. That is a beeswax on there coating. But that keeps the door open so it don't keep slamming on you. But this is what I did, people. As you can see, I want you to take a look down here. This threshold right here used to be wood. Well, it was wood, but it started to peel the paint from what happened is the snow sitting here and the rain battering against this. This is a skid, a plastic skid that my brother gave me from Texas. I got a few of them, but I've got to travel tomorrow. But as you can see how it's white over there? Right there? I put this is a steel piece of flashing. I put it way back into here. Undid these screws, and it goes underneath. So it wraps right over so the water will drip off. And what the situation was, it actually goes underneath this aluminum piece right here too. This panel goes all the way up to here. Now, as you can see, there is a trim piece here on the door that covers right here. So when the water comes off the door, it hits here, it'll drip down all along. Now, this is not wood, this is metal now. This is a metal piece of flashing. And you say, how did you get that rib in it right there? What this actually is, I've repurposed this piece of steel right here. And I'm going to show you what it is. But rest assured, I use roofing screws to hold it in. And this has all been resecured, okay? And that wood right there will not rot out. It won't deteriorate the paint. It won't do that because when the water hits here in the snow in the winter, it sits right on that raw wood. Well, it wasn't raw, it was painted. But I started to see the paint starting to come off after 4 years. So what I did was I took my sander, my little Bauer sander, and I cleaned it all back down. I repainted it, and that's the situation. Okay, and let me show you exactly, let me show you what's going on here. There's shout out to the Gravely. I mean, shout right out to the Gravely. Look how nice that mower is. Look what it did to this lawn. I mowed it twice actually because I like this mower so much, but I mowed it on 4 and then I mowed it on 2 3/4. But I always wash my mower after I'm done. And you don't have to do that if that's yours, but with mine I like to keep it nice and clean. I've never had nothing brand new. This is the first piece of I think brand new equipment that I've ever had. So I'm trying to take care of it, but yeah, that's the greenhouse, and that's if you're wondering, that's 12 by 16 with 8-foot ceilings, and I think that's a 9/12 pitch I put on there. But all along the perimeter, she's got this. I say she, my daughter. She's really good with this. She's got a pretty good green thumb. But you see how she cut all the grass out and she put mulch in, and ran around here with all this pavers. And I moved a bunch of steel today. I got a bunch of steel moved up out of here by the burn pit. I got the old truck there waiting to get done this July. I've got to put the body on that. That's when my vacation is. But as you can see, I cleaned up around the wood pile, okay, and put all that in there, so next time we throw some hot coals on there, it'll take off. We got this all dressed up. We're going to throw a little topsoil on that. I do have a little snow blower here. It works fine. It's just old, you know. So if you know anybody who wants one, holler at your boy. We'll hook them up. And of course, that's the old truck box that's going on there. I got to do a little body work. But it looks like the Amazon people are here. But yeah, so what I did is I did all the weed eating. And yeah, you can put it right on the porch. Thank you. Right on the porch. Thank you, sir. And then what I did here, this is what I want to show you. You see these pieces of steel right here? I got these from my sister. She was redoing all her. Have a good day. Sorry about that. It was an Amazon guy. Amazon Prime. They don't fool around. They come right out. But looks like he's got something dragging on the truck. A little running board. But these are the pieces I put on the door. And what I did, you see how it's got this edge right here? I went in on the anvil and straightened that out. I used a 4-foot piece. This is pieces of steel off of an old boiler, the heaters in the house. And we're just trying to clean up around here some of this old steel. I got an old tub here. We're just getting rid of some stuff. And a bunch of scrap steel. We're going to go ahead and take this into the dump next week. That's what we did there. I didn't get no time right now to finish up little Susie. So she's going to sit just where she sits. But take a look here. We got the wagon, and this will show you right here how much that wheel will articulate. Right there. Look how high that wheel can come up and not hit. So we did the right thing by raising that up. This hitch is really articulating good now as it breaks in. There's the wagon. Okay. And I wound up moving a bunch of stuff around today. I pulled everything out of my little shed right there. That's a little shelter to keep the let's take you over here and look. This is a snow blower I got from a friend of mine. They moved out of the state, so I picked that up real reasonable. But there's the Predator, and that's the backup generator. Excuse me. That one right there we like to put in this little, keep it out of the rain. And then as you can see, this little port right here, you just unscrew this and then feed the cord down into the panel downstairs, and all your fumes and stuff are outside. But I pulled all that out so I could weed eat. I pulled the trailer out of the way, and as you can see, the weed eater is running great. That's a little Cub Cadet 4-stroke. But yeah, we're doing good. We got the trailer we want to get done too this year, so we're gonna get some new stuff for that, get it ordered. And but that was the main thing I wanted to show you. Was here's the other thing. I keep this wall of wood right here, and the codes people can't look beyond there and see my truck back there, because he told me as long as it wasn't visible, he wouldn't break my chops no more, because I called the mayor And I told the mayor, I don't pay taxes for this guy to come break my balls. But anyway, there's people down the road with junk cars and everything in their yard. They don't say nothing to them. I think he just got pissed off at me because he's seen my Trump flag on my barn. But, yep, that's what we've been burning, that ash right there. That's that free ash we got. But, yep, that's the situation. And we're getting about 30 hours out of the warm weather right now with the boiler. But yeah, I just one more look here. I'll give you an update. Look how nice that threshold is now. There is not going to be any rot going on there. No paint peeling. And it looks like every 4 years I got to throw, well, it took about a half a gallon right there. And then what I may do is put another half gallon on it tomorrow morning if it's still nice out. It's supposed to be nice all week. I've got to travel by, say, noon because I got to go down to West Virginia. But yeah, I might throw one more coat on it just to put another, because the paint, I'm not going to let the paint sit around for 4 years. It got half a gallon. I might better go ahead and put one more coat on it. So I'll probably put another coat on it in the morning. But as you can see, mainly it wasn't really bad. It was just stains from. She puts these bricks underneath her pots so that they can basically not have the pot sitting right on the wood, and it lets the water run down through. But yeah, so that's the situation. We're getting a little sun today. I really enjoyed mowing. I'll tell you, that Gravely, it cuts so nice, and we're really happy with it. I got the old wood splitter back there, you can see, and the wheelbarrow and so forth, but we just really like that Gravely. Really like it. And I got to go ahead and put a bunch of stuff back tonight because I got to travel tomorrow. But hey, here's the other thing. You got to be careful. Earlier today I seen these people look like from India or Pakistan. They pulled up in this brand new Dodge Caravan, white. And the lady said, excuse me, direction. So I walk over, to help her out. And of course, I look like a hillbilly, so she probably started getting nervous. But her husband or some guy was in the driver's seat, and I see someone rambling around the back. I don't know if they had an AK-47 pointed at me or not, but your boy's always packing too, so we ain't got to worry too much because we'll be sending some heat right back at him. But the situation is, they said, do you have any directions to get to New York City? And I said, well, you're way out of your way, but you got to go down here, take a left, and get on a thruway. And she says, oh, we have no gas. We have no gas. We need gas money. Can you donate? I said, no, I can't donate because you got a better vehicle than I got. And they looked like they were dressed to the hilt, I mean, they had nice clothes on. And I think, well, I know they're trying to run game on me, but then she picked out this little gold ring. It looked like a gold ring. It was probably copper or brass. And she says, I can give you this for a little bit gas money. I said, no, I don't carry no cash. All I got is lead. And I don't think she liked that answer, so they kind of got that thing in gear, and they got on down the highway. But I see them stop down to my neighbors and so forth. But if I see them again, I'll just let you know, be careful. Call the authorities, because they may be casing your joint, But like I told her, I said, the only thing we got here is that we give out for free is lead. And she didn't like that. So, hey, I'm sorry, but we're not going to let nobody come up in on the compound and think they're going to take everything we've worked hard for. I seen a situation the other day where they said, it was a TikTok or something, and they said, oh, these white people have just gotten everything, and they've took everything from everybody, and they've took it off the brow of the dark-skinned people and all this and stuff. And I guess I'm tired of hearing that racism stuff. That everything. Let me just put it this way: everything you see here on this property, I personally cut this land. I bought this property. Okay, I got about 10 acres. The DIYer, I didn't. Nobody gave this to me. Okay, I didn't steal it from nobody. And I wound up buying this property. It took me 3 years to pay it off. I think I was maybe 19 or 20 years old. And what you see here, let me show you. what you see here, okay? You hear the birds chirping? This didn't just happen, people. Okay? This property up here that you're seeing, everything, right up into the house, was all woods, just like this. Deep, thick woods, right to the road, right to the ditch. And let me just give you a walk around here, show you how nice this is. Now, this was not handed to me. I can promise you that. You know, I pretty much help everybody that I can. But let me tell you something. I cut this property, literally cut every piece of this wood down and piled it up and burnt the limbs and got rid of the trees and everything else. I did all this, okay? This wasn't given to me, okay? Look how nice this yard is. When I had a guy dig out my basement, I paid him. He wanted to sell me topsoil. He said, oh, what you have there will never grow grass. Well, you tell me, is there grass? But as you can see how thick them woods are right there, that's how it was, right from the front, right from the ditch back. I started cutting this property and it took me, I think I had her done in about 3 years. I had it prepped. And then what I did was I went and got a loan and I built a house. Me and my brothers, we built a house. But nothing was stolen and nothing was handed over. But what I can tell you is this. I didn't go down to the local crack house and buy crack every weekend, okay? I worked 2 and sometimes 3 jobs. I remember working at a deli job, I was working at a factory, and I was doing side jobs. Roofing, siding, brake jobs, car jobs. None of this was handed to me. So when you hear people say that, we're tired of the white guy, they got everything. First of all, I'm not white. I'm red, white, and blue, okay? But none of this was handed over, okay? So anybody in this United States could have what I have. And in all reality, I don't have much, but I have a lot. It's all on how you look at it. You know, I have a house. I have a nice piece of property. I have, if nothing else, I have peace and solace. I can go out in my woods and walk my trails. I can come out here and barbecue. I can come out here and just sit and look at and listen to the birds. Okay, but this wasn't because I said, let me go party every weekend. Okay, I didn't do that. I didn't go knock up 6 baby mamas. Okay, where my paycheck was garnished every week. I didn't do the stupid things that some of these people do. It's generally the people that are reprobates that will sit there and try to scold you and tell you that what you have is, someone has given that to you, or you've stole that from somebody. Well, if you know anything about me, everything I have, I've worked for. I've wasted a ton of money in my life. I can promise you that. I have wasted a ton of money. But I've also been smart with some things. And just like this trailer, you know, let's take a look at this again. Let's take a look at this. This little wagon right here, and that one, right there, that trailer, and this one. This was a lot of this was free, the steel. I just took the time and actually did something with it. You know, this wasn't given to me. I didn't sit there watching football all weekend. I got out in the garage and made something happen. I made the phone call and looked for the wheels. I got on the internet and searched for the hubs. Me, the DIYer. I didn't take it from nobody. I didn't steal it from nobody. This little wagon was a piece of crap. You know, and in some people's eyes, they probably think it's still a piece of crap. But to me, it does a lot of work. I go down the highway with it. I get my wood. I take in scrap. Okay? And it's symbolic to that right there. Freedom in America says that you're not in a caste system where they tell you what you're going to do. You can actually be whatever you want to be. And that's what freedom and real liberty and the pursuit of happiness is. My pursuit of happiness is having it like this, a compound where I've got a bunch of stuff that people might call junk. I mean, if I had my choice, I'd own a junkyard. I ain't going to kid you. I ain't going to lie to you. I love to have a junkyard. I see value in that. But I went out and bought this stove right here. And that saves me about $6,000 a year in propane. You have to make the move, though. You have to do the do. You have to go out there and get her done. You can't just say, well, next year I'll do it, and then next year I'll do it, and then next year I'll do it. Because eventually, you've wasted all that time and money, and you're saying, well, now it's too late. I'll just stick with the propane. I say all that to say this. Nobody handed me anything. Just like you, the DIYer, I'm sure nobody's handed you anything. What you have is what you've got from the sweat of your back and your brow. So, at the end of the day, don't listen to the haters. Take that hater and take their hate that they're spewing towards you, and realize and recognize that a lot of times they're basically self-reflecting on themselves, that they're looking at their situation and saying, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. Well, I mean, I could say that. I could say, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. All I have is this. It's all about your perspective. If I had nothing more, a shed right there, and I closed it off and put a little kitchenette in it, this is bigger than most people live in a lot of places. That is 10 by 12 with 8-foot ceilings and a loft. I am content enough that I could seal that up and winterize it, and I could live in that. And I wouldn't be ashamed of that at all. If that's what I could afford, that's what I would live in. At the end of the day, you're out of the elements, people. I'm not trying to impress the neighbors, and I'm not trying to impress anybody else. But what I have is mine. But that's my rant for the day, because I seen that post where they were saying all these people, they have everything and we don't. And you know what I don't have? I don't have a welfare check every week. I don't have free rent. I don't have food stamps. I don't have a lot of that stuff. I have to work 70, 80, 90 hours a week. 98, 99 hours sometimes. Okay, well, do you think these people sitting on a couch getting welfare, or they're conning the system? Do you think that they're out doing that? Okay, so at the end of the day, I don't want to hear about who's got what and who don't have what. If you don't have something, it's because you didn't get up and do it. So, if you want a greenhouse and you want this thing, you want your greenhouse to be, go ahead and get her painted. You know, this is $50, $50-something for 1 gallon. You want to see what kind it is? Okay. Here's what it is. I'll show you. There's the color. Okay. It's Sherwin-Williams HGTV Everlast complete 1-coat paint and primer. Self-cleaning technology. Rinses with rain. Exceptional, right there. That's why you want this one for your greenhouse. Exceptional UV defense. See it? That's what you want. All weather protection, even though it's indoors. I put the best stuff on there. And that's every 4 years so far. And I really could have got away with it another year or two. Okay? But that's, look at this up here. Look at on the eaves and stuff. I mean, even all that paint is still nice. And all the UV coming through this, these SunTough panels, and it doesn't hurt it. You know what I mean? The only reason why the paint on the inside was scarred up and maybe a little discolored was because of the pots that she puts in here. But the wood is solid. And you see how I did it, right? I put the wood right up to the edge of the perimeter, so that if the wood does go, I could pull that wood out and not even mess with the walls. I could strip them pieces right out of there. But this is your boy Bry. I just wanted to give you an update and show you how well the greenhouse has held up over the years. And remember, you, the DIYer, are the only one that can make things happen on your compound. So this is Bry. I've got to get on down the road.